my God. They found me. I don't know how, but they found me. Run for it, Marty!
Hey guys, Fat Pastor here. As you can probably tell, I am not at my original location. I'm outside. Been doing some flying today, working on some pit tuning. Today we have a special co-host. Mr. Logan is with us. Can you hear me, Logan?
Yep, I can hear.
All right. We'll jump over here to the chat and see what's. Oh, we got a lot of people already here. Send it. Hey,
I
double
see
A.
a whole lot of 8-bit.
What's that?
I see a whole lot of 8-bit.
Yeah. 8-bit he's been active. I saw him on Marcel Off Axis channel the other day. 8-bit One Vision Aerial. And double A. Corey Man is here. Casey's here. He's recovering from surgery. He had 196 teeth pulled, and I think it only leaves him with 2. He's like a beaver. He got the 2 in the front, I think. Yeah. Also, we have a special guest tonight. You won't hear from him, but some of you might be familiar. Muted FPV will be with us. Be answering some tuning questions or some questions y'all might have on tuning or whatever. I am outside, out on my patio, out in front of the camper trailer. It's supposed to get cold tonight, so I'm going to, when it gets cold, I'm going to go inside. Yeah, Casey says, excuse me for not being there. His mouth is missing a few things. He's swelled up like he'd been in a ring with Mike Tyson, for what I understand. He tried to convince me that he had more stitches than Buford Pusser, but I told him that's not true. You're too young to know what that means, don't you, Logan?
Yeah. See, all these like references, and they just run over my head.
You never seen Walking Tall? Even the new one with The Rock in it?
Nope.
Good movie. You should watch it. Yep, that about sums it up. He says, Tiny Trainer 2 has been built and now beta flight part next. See, that's the thing. That's where I'm at. I had this thing right here flying good, and then when I upgraded it to beta flight 4.4, now I'm having issues. Maybe y'all can help me with it before it gets too dark, which I don't know if y'all can see very good, but I am outside. That's where grass is still trying to grow back from where they dug up my backyard. But you can see how relatively undark it is. It's not even dusk. And I don't know if it's the way I got it set up, but both of my walksnails have horrible wide dynamic range. If you even begin to point up toward the sky, everything under the tree line goes dark, completely black. So Mike Bergman's here. Hello, Mike. And Master Roshi. Are you able to click on into the chat, Logan, there and make it show up?
No, it doesn't let me.
I think I have to set you up before the stream as a co-host, and I did not do that. Fat Pastor, what's good, bro? I'm doing good, man. Talked to Flying Sasquatch today. Some of y'all might have seen he popped in and bloviated on one of my videos, which I love it. He and I are good friends. He's a great. Great guy. So,
Something doesn't sound too happy over there.
that's my phone.
Mm.
All right. Okay. Somebody just texted me. Got my phone. So, yeah. I think Casey, though he's not with us tonight, will be able to click in on the studio, and if he has to drop out because he's feeling bad, he can. Let me do a test. If you're listening, Casey, switch to Mike Birdman's "Hello." See if we can get that up there. I want to do it. Look at their magic. All right. All right. Now maybe y'all can help me. One, I want to ask this question again. If anybody knows what that rainbow or that semi-clear film, from my understanding, Jesse, and I've not had a chance to talk to him, Jesse Perkins, when he built those new Whoop tunnels, he puts this film over the semi-clear coroplast, which is basically the same stuff they make election signs out of, but it's clear, and it gives it that rainbow look. If you go back to I.O. of last year, I think it was FPV Skittles, he actually takes a bit of that and puts it on his camera lens. I need to find out what that is, if anybody knows. So, if anybody knows that, or anybody can help me figure that out, please do. One of the things that I really like about HDzero is it has great low light abilities with the camera. So I'm going to try this again and see if I can't get some of this funk out. So yeah, y'all, my goggles are completely black. I don't have anything plugged in. I wonder.
Don't you just hate that?
I do. And this has got because I normally leave them off, this has got a button on it even. But I unplugged it, which probably means my last video file was corrupted. What I've learned on the HDzero, especially if you're using MOV files, is don't unplug your barrel. Turn it off before you unplug it, and you're less likely to have a corrupted video file. That's better. But I put a dead battery on it. Don't you hate that? I hate that.
You know, I had somebody, I know you can't see it because you're blind right now, but there's these three-way XT60 plugs, and they go on like that, so you can you just put it in whatever, if it's empty, full, or on storage voltage, you can put it on there. It's super convenient rather than just like the black and white caps. I like those a lot more.
Yeah. Have you ever seen my Whoop case? Again, another
your Whoop case? No.
My Whoop battery case. Again, another big shout out to Flying Sasquatch. And one of the things I do here with these are the bigger 1S packs, by the way. They're not standard Whoop packs. But on this little case here, I just put full on one side and storage on the other. So, but Flying Sasquatch, I bought some stuff from him, and he sent some 3D printed 1S battery cases, and they're like a cross, and you put it one way for when they're full, and the other way when they're drained. And forgive me, chat. The only time I'm able to see the chat, I mean, Logan looks like a black blob on my screen. That's how bad my eyesight is without my glasses on. And so forgive me if you're trying to get my attention. Let me know if someone's trying to get my attention, Logan.
All right.
Casey will try to put it up on the screen. And I want to try to get this tune figured out. I've got a muted FPV. Thanks for having me, everyone. Sorry, I'm a bit quiet. live up to my name to that TV. I was, when I was setting this, I didn't plan to be outside tonight. So, Zorro, if we just call you muted, so I think it's what we'll call you. I'm gonna what it's looking like is when I hammer the throttle, I'm getting vibrations like this, and I didn't have it before, but when I went up to 4.4, I know that a lot of people are going to say, and if I don't get some success soon, I'm probably going to go ahead and put this on Quicksilver. Yeah, it's just all right.
Is that Microsoft Paint?
Well,
you know what?
I told him he had to use something that he could share his screen with for StreamYards. Y'all let me know if one day y'all would like me to get to the 20th century or 21st century. That's when we're in now, right?
Something like that. I don't know. I'm kind of lagging behind.
And actually start using something like OBS. I talked to a lot of streamers quite a bit, believe it or not. And I got a couple telling me that with the format that I'm using, stay with what I'm using, because like now, this is all on my iPad. This is just my iPad out here. There's no other setup, nothing. It's just my iPad. And for muted and other people, muted and other people to log on, all they got to do is click a link on their phone, and they're in.
Hydrone69 says, "Where are you camping at?"
In my backyard right now. I have this set up, this camper set up in right off my back patio, because I have a handicapped daughter that has a low immune system, and when the COVID or the funk hits my church, I will come out here and sleep in this camper 2 or 3 days to make sure that I don't bring the funk into my home.
Telemetry lost.
Telemetry lost.
Casey's mouth hurts. I thought you should know that. I can't click on his comment, but his mouth hurts.
Okay, his mouth hurts.
Perfect.
He clicked on his own comment.
Yep.
Well, what I did is I went back to the original, the standard tune with everything's 1 all the way down except for the D max or whatever it is, and it's 0.6. And it seemed to help. I've got a little bit of prop wash, so I'm going to up the master multiplier in the middle of that battery. I upped to 1.2, and it still had a little bit. I'm going to bump the master multiplier up again and see if it makes it worse.
You could just stick a 5-inch tune on there and see what happens.
Well, that's what the default tune is. It's
Sorry, my headphones cut out.
Betaflight's 5-inch. So let me see here. I'll read y'all what it says real quick.
Flush FPV says, "Hello."
Hello. All right. Simplified PID tuning. I'm going to read them to you real quick. Everything is 1.0 except for Dmax, and that's 0. And master multiplier is 1.3, and gyro multiplier is 0.6. And if there's anything else, D term multiplier is 1.2. I'm going to go back up and try to bump that master to 4, 1.4, see what happens. See if it gets worse. And this is the Mob Lite 7 HDzero.
I think I got Mobula 7 as like my very first FPV thing that I actually flew. The first one was the X220 that I sent into the woods. I don't know if I was a part of drone camps then.
Oh yes, you weren't, but I remember when you first come in telling me about it. Oh, this is better. It's not great. When I sit down in I just did like a split S, and I sit down in my dirty air, and it shake, rattles, and rolls. But as far as it, just like when I punch, like right there, I'm not getting any. Before, when I would do a punch, I would get.
Muted FPV says I upgraded my ESC on a Mob 6, and it had the same problem, and the ESC Blue Jay upgrade fixed it.
Yeah, it's on Blue Jay.
Interesting.
It's on Blue Jay 48. This was actually the first quad that I took to 4.4. If you go back and watch the video where I explain where I show how to get the Zorro, not the Zorro, but the Boxer and the HDzero. The first one I did to test all that out was this quad, but I only test hovered it in my house. Bumping this up to whatever I just did helped. I wonder if it raise it up a little bit more. I'm actually enjoying flying it too much. I'm gonna finish this battery.
It's always fun for me when I get to finish a battery and it doesn't end in an explosion of like an arm and a motor and all my props going away.
It's always good.
Doesn't happen often though.
Ooh, now that was ugly. And I've checked the props. The props are good. There's no bends or breaks or weak spots in the frame. And this thing was flying good. It's just started doing this since it was upgraded to Betaflight 4.4. Casey and I had tuned it. Ooh, now that right there, I went to do a barrel roll in it. On a barrel roll, it yaw washed. That's funky. Let me try it again. Nope, did it fine. I wonder if it's
I don't know if you've seen this one yet, but Kiz Bartlett says if it's a whoop, give it a try at a Justice tune. Gary Kent.
A Justice tune?
I'm not too familiar with what that means.
I don't know. What is an a Justice tune? Is it something I should know about?
Sounds like it.
I not know.
Bit says, "Oh heck, by now I would have spread some of that guacamole made from the best avocado on the planet. That sauce will get into every nook, cranny, and crevice." Oh boy.
He's talking about Quicksilver.
I need to get my glasses on. I can barely see the screen. It's bad.
You're getting old, Logan.
Oh man, you're telling me.
How old are you? 22?
21, turning 22 very shortly.
Oh, see.
Oh, these ones are so... See, I keep scratching my glasses lens, and then when I look at a screen, it just makes it 10 times worse because of the glare. And now I'm screwed.
Yeah. The preset...
Ooh, blow up the
Justice...
Oh, I can make it bigger.
Oh, the Justice Tune is Betaflight preset? All right. I'm gonna bump that master, put a new battery in it. I'm gonna bump that master multiplier up. That seemed to help. It's at 1.4. I'm gonna take it to 1.5. At what point does master multiplier start going crazy, guys? Will we find out?
Isn't there like a warning in there once you push it past like 1.3 or something like that? That it's like, if you don't
Yep.
know what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm doing all of it in the stick commands too, though. That made it worse. Just going from 1.4 to 1.5 made it worse. Let's try 1.35. Because I was at 1.3 and 1.4 got better, but not good enough. Let's see 1.35. That made it worse. We went the wrong way. Master multiplier. Oh, y'all, I can see up my shorts. Y'all don't be peeking.
Boy, howdy.
Boy, howdy.
The 3D prints that I picked up from the local shop around here were a little bit too small, so I just took a soldering iron to them, and that solved my problem. I feel like that wasn't the right way to go about it, but it worked.
Oh, that's much better. That's not 60. Wow, 0.5 can make a much difference. Y'all hear that chirping noise? You know what that is? That's my HDzero Google's telling me they're about to die.
Oh, no.
Got a red battery flashing up in the top right of the screen, too.
Has there ever been an explanation as to why DJI makes the smaller or different, I don't know if it's smaller or bigger, but a different size barrel plug for their goggles? Is it so you have to like buy their batteries or something?
I have my opinion. Because DJI
What's your
is the
opinion?
devil, Bobby.
Yeah, I know. That's
They like.
why can't they just be? They just gotta be good people, you know.
I wonder if the gyro's like jacking up or something. It just did a yaw wash out again on a barrel roll, but not now. I would say DJI. That's probably the most reasonable answer that I would have, Logan, is that DJI wants you to buy their batteries.
Yeah, because I'm thinking about just, I don't know, because I want to be able to use their battery too. So I'm thinking about just taking their plug, cutting it, and wiring up my Fatshark pack. But I'm not super sure if that's the wisest plan.
I wonder how long these goggles will beep at me before they just turn off, too.
That'd be a fun experiment.
Right past my head. Did y'all see that? Almost hit myself in the face. Almost face.
Got real close there.
Almost.
I saw that thing just go right next to you.
Try it again. See if I can face punch myself. I'm not really trying to face punch myself. I'm gonna tell y'all, between this area here, between the patio and the camper that I flew between, on the wokest of walksnails, Mobula 7, it is a pain in the butt to come around and split S and go in between it. Just like
Orca Double A says, what do y'all think about the Orca mess?
I think that those people that have been telling me to forget Roto Hazard and just wait on Orca to start putting out the new 8-way RF meter. I don't think they're going to. I think they really just crap their nest, if you ask me.
Kind of like the Mayan calendar event there with
Y2K.
Orca. That was my immediate thought. Mike, I got the Devil, the DJI goggles. I went out to fly with some buddies on Saturday, and he's like, "Hey man, do you want to try digital?" I'm like, whatever. I'm gonna hate it. And I put it on, and like immediately I was on Marketplace trying to find a deal on some goggles.
Told you, Bobby, the devil.
I got a pretty decent deal. I ended up not being able to find anything good on Marketplace, but Amazon had them refurbished for like $340, which is pretty reasonable for something of that caliber. And they have like a 90-day return window if something goes wrong.
I know a particular Sasquatch personally that may be having the Avatar or what, Avata, is that it?
Mhm.
The DJI 3 thing with the not the goggles 2, but the V2 goggles, the old. Let's just call them the second goggles that DJI made.
Mhm.
Like if they were, had some sense. He's going to have those and the controller and everything for sale. I told him I would mention it to you, Logan.
Yeah, I'm done spending money for right now. I have paid the bank account price.
I understand, man.
I'm not going to say I regret my decision because I absolutely do not, and that would be a lie. But I also need to chill out for a little bit before I actually go broke.
All right. Now, I still got a little bit of prop wash in this, guys, but at 1.35 seems to be the sweet spot for the master multiplier. But I'm still getting some, it flies smooth, and I still get a little bit of prop wash when I sit down in my dirty air. And of course, it's a whoop, but I want to get it all out. And then every now and then when I go to do a barrel roll, that one was fine. Y'all washes out on me like bad.
Yeah, Mike, they are the V2s. I commissioned a local company around here to print me this stuff in the back. I don't know how well it's gonna come through, but it's like this 3-piece thing where the antenna goes into this one, comes down here, this thing splits open, goes in the middle, and then it's got the crossfire receiver below it. So it's a super cool little setup there. It's going to keep it nice and protected because I do tend to not fly very gently sometimes.
If
So
you fly that close to your ear like I did, when the wind blows in there, it'll startle
you. I buzzed myself with a 5-inch, and I didn't do it again.
Yeah, that's not smart.
I got the what is this thing called? The Runcam Wasp, I believe. That's what it is. And so this is a funny thing. So I got 3 of these from RDQ to put it in like 3 different Source 1 builds. And they cut off how much it costs in there. And I'm pretty sure it's because they thought that I had a wife or something. Just so my wife wouldn't know how much that I spent on race day quads. I haven't seen my old packages, so I don't know if they normally do that, but I mean, it was just like, this is what you got. We're not telling you how much it costs.
that was a one-time thing. That does not ever happen. Right, guys?
Never.
Never.
I'm hoping these are pretty durable.
I did tell my wife about all of my guns and all of my quads. I said, if something happens to me, you find one of my buddies that's into guns or one of my buddies that's into quads, don't sell them for what I told you I paid for them. Sell them what the current market value is. Because, that's true with guns. I mean, I do have some guns that I bought years ago that are worth more, quite a bit more now than when I bought them. But I don't think that's true about any quad that I have.
Yeah, this air unit kind of gets crowded in the back here.
It feels like it's starting to get dark. I feel the wind getting cooler. These goggles are neat. Look. Oh yeah. Yeah, you can see the lights back here and the camper's starting to come on. This still looks virtually daylight with the HDzero.
Yeah, I'm hoping they're bulletproof. I don't know if this happened before this stream or the last one, but I did send my nozzle into the river next to the bando I was flying, and it still powers on, which is really shocking.
That's a plus. So, anybody out there got any ideas of what I should change next? I'm at 1.35 master multiplier. Everything else is stopped. Still got a little bit of prop wash when I sit down in it. I know that's probably being picky, but I'd like for it to be cleaner. Anybody got any ideas? Let me see. I'll tell you what the simplified PIDs say. Everything's 1.0 except for the Dmax. It's 0. And master multiplier is 1.35. And gyro multiplier is 1.6.
I wish that I could help. I have no idea about tuning.
What about mute? Is he able? He's probably typing. Let me put a Dmax. See what happens. I'm gonna go to 0.2 on the Dmax. See if that makes it worse. I don't know. It could make it a lot worse. I don't know. I was good at tuning back in the 3.5.7 days.
Turn your master up to 0.5 at a time.
Yeah, I did. In 1.3, it was a little bit better. I went to 1.4, it was bad. Went back to 1.35, and it's the best that I've had.
Interesting.
No, turning that up seemed to make it worse. Turning that Dmax at 0.2. Yeah, it's kind of twitching when I let off the throttle. Yeah, it's like eyes back in the old days when you would let off the eye and your nose would dip, but this is doing ooh.
Whoa!
That's what happens when you hit the ceiling. What is your filter set? I don't know. Let me see. What filter?
Like RPM filtering? Is that what he's talking about?
All right. Filter PP or rate profile or filter GLB or dynamic filter. I don't know.
That's a whole lot of filters.
Let's see. What's filter PP? D term LPF1 is 90, 2 is 180. D term NF is 0. D term NFCO 0, and y'all LPF is 125. And then filter GLB, a gyro filter, I guess. Gyro filter is 150 and 300.
Muted FPV says we are looking for the sliders, so it will say D-term master and gyro master.
I'm in my goggles. There ain't no sliders.
Not yet. One day.
Yeah, I'm in my Googles. I'm not. I'm out here on the patio with just my iPad and my junk. Is it under rate profile? Nope.
Yes, but it's still called sliders from Muted FPV.
Sliders. Under what? All right. The rate is RC.
It says N.
N.
Dun, dun, dun.
HDzero, we're getting hot here. Gonna have to fly.
Rate profile or something. Sorry, I wasn't looking.
Rate profile?
You said, I'm assuming, let me check. Yes, rate profile.
And I'm looking for something that says sliders. White Castle or Crystal?
Filter rate profile. And no, it doesn't say sliders.
All right. Profile. Rate. Profile. I just select. That just lets me select which one. 1, 2, or 3. Is it under rates? Rates. RC rate are 0.07 on the first 3.
He says no.
That's just my rates. My RC Expo. Yeah, this ain't no sliders here. That's just my rates, like my yaw, my mid, throttle mid.
He said he's gonna go check on his own quads.
Back. Dynamic filtering, is that what you're talking about? Notch filtering, notch count, 1.
He's no longer sharing the screen. I'm not super certain.
Notch
Mike says those are super durable. It's just a rebranded Vista unit. Well, dang.
Q is 500. Notch min HZ is 100. Max HZ is 700. Gyro DLPF is min 150. Gyro max is 300. D-term min is 90. Max is 180. Oh, come on, goggles. Really? Thought I had these batteries charged.
Yeah, Mike, that's my plan eventually once I feel like dropping a whole bunch of money again, which I probably shouldn't tell myself that I'm going to do, but I do want to go to the O3 eventually, but I'm also a little bit paranoid about them enforcing remote ID. So, I mean, come September 2023, if they don't enforce it with air units, then I might make the jump then, but I'm good for now on 720.
I'm telling y'all, DJIs are the devil, Bobby.
If they do something with the goggles, I'm going to be real upset about that. I'm not.
I mean, you ask the devs from DJI what their favorite part of the snake is to eat, they always say the knee.
It's just, I don't know. I like the fact that they could just, like a Tesla, flip a switch and be like, all right, it's off now.
Well, I'm gonna comply with every law that there is, except for littering.
Me too.
I refuse. I will litter because I got too many family members that's been in the county jail and they get 2 days off for every day they pick up trash. I'm serious.
You serious?
I'm serious. This is a friend of mine who ride around with Hutch. Some of y'all may know him from some of the races and stuff. He cannot stand it. I'm sorry. He cannot stand it. But sometimes I'll ride down the road and throw out a can or something like that. He's like, don't do that. I'm like, man, I've got too many family members in jail that need that. They need that 2 days off of their sentence for every day they pick up trash.
That's a pretty good deal. I'd take that.
That's what they do in Tennessee. I kid you not. If you're considered to be a trustee, in the state of Tennessee, see, it's almost dark out here. Getting there.
So what you're saying is, if you're going to commit a crime, do it in Tennessee.
Well, no, because we actually lock people up here. It's not unlike some like California or something where they'll just smack you on the hand and say, "Oh, you didn't have a daddy growing up? That's okay." Or Washington State, you know what I'm talking about, Logan?
Oh yeah, no, it's the same. There's a story about how like this guy went to jail, got caught stealing cars. He's out like the next Monday or whatever, post bail, and then immediately he goes out, steals more cars. Same thing happens. He's out again, steals another car, and it just like there's no punishment.
I'm checking my quad. Okay. Yeah. I mean, that's it. I mean, there's stories all the time of people that were arrested and let go, and then they end up killing somebody. And if they would have made them stay in their original sentence,
yeah,
people would be alive. But we don't do that anymore, I don't guess.
It's very disheartening for the law-abiding citizens. Muted FPV still checking the quad.
Oh, no, he's changing his mind. I see him now. It is
Nope, I'm not checking my quad, Marty.
simplified tuning. It is in simplified tuning. Okay. Let me go here. It's going to beep at me because battery is getting dead. Alrighty, let's try this Craigie thing out. It's starting cold out here. My wife told me when I told her I was going to stream from the patio, she said, it's going to get cold tonight. Not in that exact tone.
I will. I will talk about this stack until the day I die. The $70 Speedy B V3 stack. That thing is like, oh man, it is like my favorite thing on planet Earth right now. Other than, of course, like food and water and the basic necessities, but it's shortly thereafter.
Do you like it better than your cat?
Sometimes. This morning I woke up to her knocking my headphones off the shelf and then taking the earbuds out and kicking them around my room into the walls. So for a minute there, I liked the Speedy B stack a little bit better.
Okay, what's muted saying?
It's in simplified tuning. Then scroll down until it changes pages, and then you should see master multi, and under that will be simplified filter, which will have gyro mult and determ multi.
Gyro mult is at 0.6 and determ tuning is on, and determ multi is 1.2. And that's the last one. And it says go back.
Mute's thinking.
Sitting there and thinking.
Mine is set to gyro multi 1.5 and determ multi 1.2.
So gyro multi for me, determ multi is 1.2, but my gyro multi is 0.6. Let's bring that up to 7. See if it makes a difference, or should I go all the way to 1? All right, it was at 6. I'm going to go to 7 and test it while I'm waiting on a response, because I need to fly. Either my goggles are going to die or my quad's going to overheat. Even though it's colder, it's pretty cold out here.
Wait, it isn't even on 1 yet. LOL. Is that the problem?
Oh, that helped. Just that it's not good, but it's better. Going to 0.7. Let me land it and take it to 1.
He said his D term was what, like 1.3? Is that what you said? Muted.
Okay. My D term is 1.2.
Yours is 1.2. Okay. Yep. His is 1.2 as well. Looks like 1.5. He said. Oh man.
All right. Simplified. We went to 0.7 on the gyro multi, and that seemed to help. Let's go to 0.8. Taking it. Let's just go to 1. See if it gets crazy on me. Remember, 0.7 was all right. I'll get close and my goggles will die, and this is my last goggle battery out here.
He says D term is 1.2, then gyro is 1.5, and then you definitely need to.
That's worse. That's bad. Very bad.
No, that's good.
That don't make it fly good at all. It don't even want to fly. It wants to keep leaning over to the side. So I did 7. Let's try 8. All right.
Somebody updating the comments still? Yes, perfect. Yes, Mike says in Washington you can do armed robbery, and as long as you get in a car and the cops can't chase you. Yeah, no, that is it. I have a dash cam event that I saved where this guy like changed lanes because a cop was behind him, like in a turn lane. He switched out of it. Cop chases him. And he starts going like 10 over the speed limit. Cop has to stop the chase and just drive on out of there. That was in Tacoma. Yeah, they won't chase you anymore. It's ridiculous. I mean, you can run around with no plates right now, and they're not going to pull you over. Even if it's a stolen vehicle, they're going to be like, well, can't chase them.
Wow.
Yeah, so
that's the new we live in, isn't it? Next will be like the cops not carrying guns and just be saying, stop. Or I'll stop again.
Yeah, we're getting close to it.
That works in England, but the populace isn't armed.
Yeah, try that in Chicago and see how that pans out.
That I went back down to 1.8 from 1.7, and even 1.8 is, or 0.8 is bad. 0.7 was better. So it's not the slider thing. I'm gonna take it back to 7. And it says deep tuning is on. Let me try this. Turn that up and lower my master multiplier and see what happens.
There's really no way. This was like a nice new crossfire antenna, but I had to get it in this holder, and now I've bent it all up. Muted disappeared on us.
That's not bad. That's not bad. My goggles are gonna die here pretty soon. When it starts getting cold, I'll just take my iPad and go inside the camper, and then and talk about what I need to talk about tonight, which is racing and the global qualifier.
I thought we were going to talk about our feelings.
Well, that's what you were on first for, Logan. And you're supposed to be playing that song, More Than a Feeling. Remember that one? More than a feeling. You actually know one. You got one of my references. There we go.
Yeah, I do know that one.
I don't know who sings that.
Yeah, me neither. You got me there. Muted said he lost internet for a sec.
Okay. Yeah, what I did was took it back down to 1.7 and lowered my master multiplier to 1.2, and it seems to be flying better. But I'm about to lose googles and everything. So I'm going to start packing some stuff up and put it in the camper, and we'll go in there and we'll talk about the races that are slated coming up here pretty soon. I know Phil, many of y'all know Phil Blaster. He and I have been talking, coordinating, trying to get a GQ going. He wanted to get me to earlier today, tried to get it worked out to film a segment that I could play tonight, but I was busy all day long until about 6 o'clock today. And
Mike said he woke up to a huge hairball in his shoe this yesterday morning. Is that in response to me talking about my cat making me very upset this morning?
woke up to a hairball.
I agree. Our state is quite stinking ridiculous. Yeah, no, the ATF will never touch Chicago, and for good reason.
Boy, I hope I didn't leave a battery in that quad. Just forget about it. If I did, it's gone. No, I didn't. I just dropped it. My little quad. Let's find that earlier. It flies good. I'm leaving it alone. You guys see me? It's getting kind of dark out here.
Oh, it's super light there. I'm surprised there's so much light there.
What do you mean?
It just seems very bright, super dark here.
It's actually, it's a little past dusk here. I'll get my stuff put away and put my Googles up. I don't want the dew in the cool night air getting in my electronics.
That would not be a very good plan.
You know, that's where they get Mountain Dew from, right? It's Tennessee, right? You knew that, right? And
You're kidding.
Kentucky just a mile that way. Wait. Look, it'll be that way to y'all. It's where the toothbrush was invented. Did you know that?
No idea.
Yeah. Because if it was invented anywhere else besides Kentucky, they would have called it a teeth brush.
A teeth brush.
But in Kentucky, they only got one tooth, so
only got two teeth.
They're going to work at it. Boston ATM.
More than a feeling it's from Boston. Okay.
That's gotcha. I knew that. I was just testing that to see if everybody else did. I'm lying. And I was out here flying, and my neighbor right up the road, they got a little dog. It's one of the most annoying dogs in the world. It's like a little Boston terrorist, and it thinks it's like Cujo or something. It wants to like try to eat everybody up in the neighborhood. Well, evidently it got in a fight with a skunk or something. And the lady it's really the lady who lives up the road's son who's in rehab right now. And I could hear her talking to the other neighbor. He got sprayed by a skunk. And out there spraying it off 75 yards from where I'm sitting.
Jeez.
Come on, lady, take it in your house.
Yeah, I got two little numbers for you. 22.
Yes. Yep. That right there will eliminate the smell.
Oh yeah.
She needs to bathe it in what's it called? Tomato juice. They know. Just take it inside whatever you're doing. Give me just a second, guys. We'll take y'all inside my camera.
Marty, it's truly an honor.
Is it?
It is.
Hey, y'all will be the first people in it. besides myself and the people that the camp
22, like .22 caliber.
22 caliber.
That's what I was referring to, Mike.
Right in the brain, right? Is that what you're saying?
Oh yeah.
That's so mean.
Yeah, rattle it around just a little.
You're so mean, Logan. What'd that puppy ever do to you?
I know that like someday some, girlfriend prospect of mine is gonna somehow come across this video and hear me talking about shooting dogs with 22s.
She could be like, "Nope, I'm breaking up with you." We live in America now, man. You talk about shooting a kid before you talk about shooting a dog.
I was telling my mom that I am gonna find a wife when I go down to Tennessee and fly with you guys. I'll bring her back, stick her in my suitcase, and be like, "All right, sorry, can't afford another return flight, but."
So you're gonna do like in the old days? You're gonna grab you a big bone when you come down here and just knock her in the head and drag her back with you?
Oh yeah,
like the caveman.
I mean, that's the best way to do it, right?
What?
I feel like that's a crime even talking about that now.
Is it? Yeah, I'd probably get demonetized on this one.
So I started the process of doing this where I'm gonna put like plugs on each motor. I got through one, and I gotta say that I think I bit off more than I could chew.
Huh? Okay. Wow.
I mean,
this right here. God, look at that.
Wow, that looks like a very high quality bag.
Would you just look at that? Pay close attention to that right there.
Oh, what was that, Marty? Sorry, I couldn't see you there holding that bag up.
You couldn't see it. That's because you got devil goggles on. That's worse than beer goggles.
Yeah, I haven't even flown it yet. Like I just got the air units in last night and got the prints today. Like as I was rolling into the house, I'm working on everything now.
Right.
Oh boy, yeah, I put off more than I could chew here. That was for shizzy. Yeah, no, you're right. I do need to avoid the Washington girls. They're bad news.
Well, if you come to Tennessee, just don't go to Nashville looking for them. They're some kind of special.
Isn't that like one of the very few liberal areas there?
Nashville and Memphis. Well, but they're nowhere near as liberal as most places. The most liberal areas in the state, but nowhere near like most places.
Mm-hmm.
But still, get a lot of ignorance, especially around the area.
Mike, have you heard of Evergreen College before? It's down in Olympia. It's this incredibly liberal campus, and I picked my buddy up from there because his dad was helping my dad build a little shed for my mom, and I was tasked with driving all the way to Olympia to pick him up. And I walked in there, and I have never seen more like purple hair and like jean jackets with rainbow patches on them.
Right.
And I was just like, man, I don't want to go anywhere near this place. No fun.
No. Oh, it is getting cold. All right. Now I can get to the talky part of the stream. Is there anybody left here? All right, guys. See, it's not a big camper. Here it is.
Oh.
That's
no,
right.
thank you, One Vision. That's pretty cool.
It's got a full-size bathroom and shower in there, and there's my TV, and a little table, stove, all of that. That's it. Okay.
So what you're saying is I can totally stop by and take a dump in your trailer if I ever need to?
No.
Okay.
I'll let you in the church. You can take a dump there. Pick up a lot, lizard.
Yeah, that's. I'm good on the lot lizards. My blue tack.
I think that's a species that's indigenous to every state in the union. All 50 don't poop in the trailer. You get what's called a poop pyramid. That builds up in camper trailers if you're not careful.
Oh boy. I lived in a trailer for a little while at my parents' house.
Uh-huh.
It was nice. It was the parents that weren't so nice, so I had to kind of run away from that one.
Oh, okay. Well, this one is only a 16-footer. And let me go wash my hands real quick. I'll be right back. I got some kind of funk on them.
No problem. Oh boy. Yeah, this was not a good plan wiring up all these motors. Marty's on a vacation far away.
What's that noise? That's my fault. Don't have my shore water on, so it's got to pump it.
That's what's on my tongue.
Oh, good. There we go. I feel clean. I can't stand to have dirty hands. Makes me feel like a carny. You know what a carny is, right?
No.
You don't know what a carny is?
No.
People that work for the carnival. The fair that comes
I've
from town,
never heard that term.
People that always got them wide set eyes, 6 fingers on each hand, married to their sister.
No, can't
Smell like
say that I'm.
smell like cabbage. You don't know what I'm talking about?
No, I don't know if I want to know what you're talking about. I mean, you're only describing the best qualities you can find in a person. I mean, like married to their sister, smell like cabbage. I mean, the best of the best, truly.
Yeah. Now, 16-foot trailer or boneless brown? I have no idea what that is.
Yeah, I see. Mike, that was my immediate thought was carne asada, but I had a feeling we weren't talking about food.
Okay, yeah. I don't know. Let me get something to drink. You want anything to drink?
I would love something to drink.
You like that Mountain Dew?
Did you drink my Mountain Dew? Have you heard that one?
People shoot you down here. You drink their Mountain Dew. I like going to Gatlinburg and hear the tourists ask when they turn the smoke on in the clouds. I mean, in the smoke in the mountains. It's called the Smoky Mountains.
Smoky Mountains?
Yeah. You just turned the smoke on. Hope that was a soldering iron, not a flight controller.
It was a soldering iron. Yeah, it was tinning a wire.
All right.
Dang it. I hate.
Bring people up to speed on something. Excuse me. Sorry for moving y'all around. Hope it's not made you sick. We planned a 3 or 4 day racing event the May 3rd through the 6th for several reasons. Not only Casey's got more stitches in Buford Pusser right now. Also, we had other people that was not able to make it, and so I got together with Soapy people, the people that helped put together the race, and we put it off till the weekend of the 25th. Let's see if I can find my phone. Here it is. The weekend of May the 25th. I think that's right. Check my phone. Been using you, huh? All right, let's see. Yeah, the 25th, 6th, 27th. Planning on having a race out at the property at the church. I'm going to set up a GQ. And then if we can work it out, if there's enough interest, then we will run again the following week of the weekend of May the 3rd at Philiblaster's place, which is only about 30 minutes from where we were setting up for a race. So we don't know if we're just going to leave set up at one location or if we will run it in 2 separate locations. But that's what we're trying to do. And yeah, I don't get the text, Casey. Casey sent me a text. I don't know. He might be having some personal problems. I'm here where I can click on the chat anyway. But squirrel. What I'm doing, and I need you guys' help. If you know people at Multi GP, I'm trying to get in touch with. Gosh, I can't even remember his name. Chris. There, and I am trying to lobby for the acceptance of RotoHazard into the GQ this year. Before, RotoHazard times have not been accepted for purposes of the global qualifier, and I've talked with a few people, and what I'm proposing, and I will be proposing to the people at the admins at Multi GP is to, and first before I say it, let me say this. The reason for that, I agree, even though I'm using RotoHazard, I agree with the premise of not accepting RotoHazard for GQ official times, because you can, it's very easy to doctor the lap times. Let's say if I really, for whatever reason, wanted Logan to make it into the top 500, I could manipulate the marshalling and things inside RotoHazard to make it look like Logan was getting better times than what he got.
Just so I go on there and embarrass myself.
Mm-hmm. Which, even if all that's going to do is, if someone lies about their times, that's going to put them in and double A, if you're on and you're listening to this, and you may, double A, I'm sure, can correct me on this. My understanding of that is that disqualifies you to be in a certain bracket in IO, but you still have to go through qualifying. And let's say I, as a race coordinator, I decide that I'm going to fudge Logan's numbers, his times, to get him in a top class. If he shows up to IO and I've knocked 5 seconds off of every lap that he's running, that's going to be evident when they put him in a bracket with the other people that are racing about that same speed. And of course, if everybody does that, you got hundreds and hundreds of people doing that. So I understand why they don't want to have to mess with that. But what I'm proposing is, for one, it would become very obvious that this person fudge their times or whatever. And it would probably make it harder to deal with them actually at IO. But here's what I'm proposing. You're like, get to it, man, get to it. I'm trying. Here's what I'm proposing. In our case, that Phil Blaster, he is the quote unquote owner, if you will, because there's some issues. I'm having issues right now with the AMA just getting paperwork for Soki. But through MultiGP, I am the quote unquote owner, if you will, of Soki, because the people who were there, I didn't start it. I'm not taking any credit for that. I didn't start it. There was people that did that laid the ground for me, but they're not in the picture anymore. They're not doing it. And I've kind of taken it, and Chris Thomas has put me down in MultiGP as the owner. And if I'm not mistaken, Phil is like the owner, and we are both race coordinators, and we will be working together. My proposal is, in the event that you have two event coordinators and MultiGP chapter owners that are trusted and that don't have a record of causing problems or falsifying times or whatever, if those two are together and they certify the times, if they watch over it, they have one. Even like with me, if I'm not sitting there watching it, then I need to have someone sitting there watching the times that are being recorded that I trust, that I can go back to and say, nobody fudged the scope, the times, did they? And if the other chapter does the same thing, then I think, and what I am going to be lobbying MultiGP for is, if that's the case, you got two or more chapters together, that the chapter owner or president is there and they are willing to certify these times as being accurate. I think that MultiGP ought to accept those times, because right now, I mean, show me Orca, Immersion RC, sell me an 8-way lap RF. I've got a chapter. I've got people wanting to come from out of state to do the global qualifier. I've got timers that work, but I don't have one that I don't have the lap RF 8-way. And unless you know somebody that's got one, you're not going to get one, not anytime soon. At least that's my take. I've messaged Orca 3 different times, and I get the same vague answer. It's in the production process, and there is no time limit, or there is no set release date for the new 8-way V2. So, and AA says, as far as I know, the track has to be set up to the T as GQ specs. Yeah, I can do that. I mean, that's, other than that, I have not. Well, if you go back and you watch on this channel, I believe Michael, the main dev of Roto Hazard, and other people have told me that as far as Roto Hazard, last year they didn't accept lap times from Roto Hazard into the global qualifier rankings, and it makes it harder to put together a GQ if you have to tell people, well, you can come and race, but your times are not going to be. Has that changed? I thought that MultiGP was accepting Rotor Hazard. From what I was told, no. But like I said, I have not spoke yet to Chris Thomas or whatever. And I do know that the way that marshalling and stuff is set up is you can mess with, and you got to know what you're doing, but you can mess with the times. I don't know if you can do that in Trackside or the other softwares out there. I do know that you can set up RotoHazard to run not Trackside, but what's the other one? So I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, and if I am, I stand corrected, and then we will go ahead and we'll move forward because we've got RotoHazard running smooth.
It's kind of making me want to get into racing.
It's fun, man. It's like digital. It was for me. Some people don't like it, but I think you go to your first race and just the camaraderie that's at a race. Ask is enough. I believe. Well, that was for me. First time I went to a race, I sucked. Just like putting on digital, Logan.
Oh yeah, yeah. No.
So if you're not ready to spend again.
I had to switch like immediately. It was kind of sad.
Two Dog RC. I don't guess I know who Mark is, double A, but I will, if you can, drop me something in Discord or something, how to get in touch with Mark, and I will get in touch with him. I know I've spoke with Roger Bess and Chris Thomas from Multi-GP in the past. I have their contact information, and I have spoke with them in the past. So, yeah, that would be great. I would love to be wrong in this instance and just have Chris tell me, like, oh, yeah, we're accepting it. Done. If that's the case, we'll be having Mark TinyWhoop 2Dog RC Grohe on Facebook. I'll have to go back and look that up from the. Let me see. I'll look on my phone. Are you all right? Well, that's not going to offend anybody, is it? It's okay. I offend people all the time. You guys know that I lost 25 subs on my last video, or my video before last. But I've gained more back since then. So.
You said you lost 25 subs?
Yeah, lost 25 subs. I had several, about 10, 12 people actually put comments, and I removed them. That was like unsubbed on my building dive.
Why did they unsub it? Just because of the music you had?
Because of the well, one person, because that I had a flash the screen of a empty crown of thorns and some nails.
Mm-hmm.
My name is Fat Pastor. That's not a B. That's not a B down there. That's a P. I am a pastor. I don't push it on you. I don't make you have confession before you can come in. But of course, that's what we'll be using this for at IO. I'll be dragging this camper up to IO, and it will be confessional. No, I'm joking. I don't do that. I'm joking. Somebody's going to clip that. Heads, don't you clip that. Don't you clip that.
I'm going to be in there and be like, I got the DJI goggles.
I lost subs because people were just like unsubbed. And one person was like, I can't believe you preached. You see, right now, I'm not going to move because mixed with my double chins and my shirt, it actually looks like I'm wearing a clergy collar right now. But I'm not. This is just a shirt.
Oh, yep. Man.
I'm gonna let Mike's comment stand here. And I'm not gonna and this comes from America's moderator right here. He is I'm trying. What was I doing? Squirrel. I'm trying to look up Mark Tito. Yes, I agree. Here's the thing, man. Let's focus on the things we have in common with each other. You know, I'm 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 not buzzing up bot grinders. I can't believe you smoked weed on your channel. I don't care. Smoke what you want to.
I can't believe you told people to mail you weed on your channel.
Is that what I did?
Yeah, that happened. He said he was.
Go ahead.
He had a video on there he posted, and he's like, sending me weed in the mail. Just kidding, that's illegal. And then he winked, and then like the video started. I thought it was pretty funny, but I'm sure he was serious, and I guarantee you people sent him some weed in the mail.
I'm typing in Mark Two Dog. Wait, where was it? Two Dog RC Grohe. Does he have a picture of like a little dog? I guess Mayhem Practice. I guess that's him. I'm gonna add him as a friend. All right, I got him in here. Yeah, looks like he's got Lady from Lady and the Tramp. Who cares what's in your background? Maybe whatever else. Common ground. That's right. I don't care. I don't care. You can be bowing to Pinocchio or Winnie the Pooh for all I care. I don't care. As long as you don't ask me to bow with you. I ain't asking nobody to bow with me. I don't know. I don't think that video asked anybody to bow. Maybe. I don't know. It's funny you say that, Marty. I used to be so much easier to get along with people who disagree. I'm telling you, Christians love Bot Grinder. I think he's a great person. Sure. You know, I'm trying to save some of my stuff for, I'm working with heads from Infinity Loops to do an interview. And I'm trying to save some of my, dialogue, I guess, or my monologue, if you will, for that. But I've always been, I'll tell you guys this, since a young person, a very young person, I have always been very conscious of other people's feelings. Seeing other people hurting, fighting, mad, stuff like that, at a very early age bothered me as a kid. And there is no gray area for me. I am either very aware of things going on around me, like I'm super focused on people's body language and watching them and watching what's going on in the room, or I'm oblivious. There's no gray area for me. I'm either tuned in and focused, laser focused on something, or the marching band could walk right in front of me and my wife be like, "Did you say that? What? There was what?" And that's me. I've always been that way. And when I would see people hurting, see people arguing, see people fussing, even as a kid, just as a child, what wrong is. It's wrong to see one kid that's twice the size of another kid beating that kid up. And I was always moved by that. And because of that and my desire to see things differently, I started asking people, why would you do this? Why would you do that? And what I started focusing on was just what is true. I noticed people have their own opinions of everything. And I wanted to know at very young, like 8 years old, what is truth? Is truth science? Which I believe it is. I believe real science is truth. Not your opinion, not my opinion. And so that's where I derive everything from, is wanting to help people and a pursuit of truth. And I can't know the full truth without knowing you and hearing your perspective. And that's what I try to do. And I think when, especially in this culture, when we shut someone down just because of the color of their skin or who they vote for or who they choose to have sex with or whatever, we're missing out on something. And whether we agree or disagree with that person, they're still a person. And, you know, Logan's going to remain my friend, even though he bought DJI goggles. And Flying Sasquatch, a big DJI friend, good friend of mine, big DJI fan, good friend of mine. And Flying Sasquatch and I disagree on a lot of things. He's one of the few friends that I've got that I can call him up. He can give me his absolute opinion on politics, everything. I don't think he holds back anything, and I give him my opinion on it. We disagree adamantly and vehemently about some things, but I'll say this, make it clear. I love that man. He is a good, not the way that some of you think, but he's a good friend of mine. And if he ever needs me, he knows he can call me, and I'll be down there to Florida in a heartbeat to help him. And that's, if you're ever going to help anybody, they first have to trust you. Here's the thing, whatever your religion, whatever your belief, we all got problems with our family, with our friends, and all of this. And this world is so screwed up about trust. If somebody can't trust you, you're not going to help them. Have you ever tried to save someone who was drowning and they were terrified and they didn't trust you? They will, if you don't have some kind of life preserver or something, they will drag you under with them. They will try to climb you like a tree. I've had it happen because they just got to get out of the water, get out of the situation. So that's what I'm all about, trust. And, you know, I made that video. I love that song that was on that video just because of what it says about creation and 100 billion failures disappear. I mean, come on. Who can disagree with it? Just erasing 100 billion failures? Whether it's true or not, give me some slack. I would love for mine mistakes to disappear and yours to disappear too. And that's why I do what I do. That's why I say I'm not that kind of preacher, not that kind of pastor. I'm not going to literally smack you in the back with the Bible or something. You know, I have close to 150 videos. I've showed my gun on, I did that on Marcel. I think it was Marcel's stream. And then I had to say real quick, because I remembered it was YouTube, that it was airsoft. But you know, I've showed my pistol. I've showed assault rifles, about everything. I don't think there's ever been a Bible on my channel. And it's not because I don't believe in them. It's just I would rather us focus on the things we have in common than not.
Yeah, I think that's a really good point and perspective to have, because no good dialogue happens when all you're doing is name calling and focusing on differences.
Well, how can you grow if you only surround yourself with people that agree with you?
Yep.
You know?
Like why I think Twitter is just one big giant echo chamber of one certain political ideology, and I think it's a very unhealthy thing to anybody involved.
Yeah. Now maybe it's because I live in the South, but a true friend is a friend that'll let you know when you got a booger on your face.
Oh yeah.
Or let you know when your zipper's down.
Hey Marty, you got something, like, right.
Right? I don't want to walk around, especially in church with my zipper down. I want friends to, hey, Marty, your zipper's down. You Your junk's hanging out. Thank you. I was halfway through that sermon before anybody told me.
Remember Miss Man, the clip you showed me from Scary Movie?
I now remember Miss Man, but I don't remember that I showed it to you. But okay. Obviously,
you gotta know what I'm talking about.
I do know what you're talking about. Obviously, it had a profound impression upon you.
Oh, it did. I go back to it every once in a while to laugh at it. Like, seriously, one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah, it is.
It probably wouldn't pass in 2023, but, you know, still funny.
Yeah. Oh, that's why I like to show clips of Fred Sanford. Can you imagine if they try to put out a show like Fred Sanford today? Or Sanford and Son? Have you ever seen any episode of that, Logan?
No.
Oh, you should go pull it up. It would not. Now, it's from the 80s, 70s, 80s. It would not. It's kind of like Blazing Saddles. Have you ever seen that?
No.
Oh my gosh.
Marty, you're like, well, it's kind of like this one. It's like, I've never seen that one either.
Well, I'm sitting here thinking about you just telling me that how Miss Man had such a profound effect on you. Blazing Saddles, wow. I have to say, in today's standards, not true life, okay, but in today's standards, Blazing Saddles probably has to be one of the most racist movies ever made, and it's hilarious. There's another one that has Morton Downey Jr. Is that his name? Robert Downey. Morton Downey Jr. used to be a talk show. Oh my gosh. Robert Downey Jr. plays a black man in Vietnam. That one wouldn't fly either. I forget the name of that, but Flying Sasquatch told me about that one. All right, bro. We're gonna jump in the field to see you. Appreciate y'all. Take care, Mike. Tell Heads I said hello. And
see you, Mike.
Yeah, he says right here. For real, Blazing Saddles would cause a nuclear disaster of hurt feelings. I think the N word is used probably 20-something times.
Oh, geez.
Yeah. And Jews are made fun of because it's Mel Brooks. There's very few movies that Mel Brooks, who's a Jew, doesn't make fun of Jews. So, yeah, it wouldn't have make it. Blazing Saddles would not make it out of filming, much less anything else. It was. If you want a good laugh, you can probably. I think Netflix has it.
No way.
Somebody's got it. It's either Amazon or Netflix. Somebody's got it. And I know there's an airplane version of it, but I really think the last I heard, the airplane version is literally like close to 30 minutes shorter than the regular version.
It's just because all the stuff cut out of it that makes it appropriate.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Now I want to watch this movie.
It's hilarious. It's one part of it, and let me see. I'm debating on if I can quote it. No, you just have to watch it. You just have to watch it, and when you watch it, remember, but we're going to work up a number 7 on them, okay? A number 7, and you're going to have it. We're going to culturalize you, Logan. You're going to be not only scarred by Miss Man, but you're going to be culturalized. So that when the old jokes come in, it would be a nuclear disaster. Yes, it would. Yes, it would. So, yeah. What happened to Mute? Did he log off tonight?
Mute's still here. Yeah,
I wanted to
have
have my niece on along with Mute. I have a niece she was born. She has glass eyes. She was born with detached retinas, and let's see, why is it not showing names? It's supposed to be showing names. Nope. So I could have Mute FPV and blind FPV on. That's wrong, isn't it?
That's terrible.
Blind FPV. That just doesn't work, does it? She's blind, but she flies FPV.
I mean, if you could get one of those DJI quads that's got like the collision avoidance and just listen for the beeps and like, oh, can't go there, and just go the other way. She might not be very fun, but
I told her that she could fly my Alltail, and she just got to listen for the beeps. An Alltail Evo Nano. I told her that she could fly that. That's funny. All right, for those of you that have stayed on for over an hour, I'm going to hang on. Going to let you guys in on something. I really enjoyed coming on the show, but I guess it's time to depart. Say goodbye. Seeins in the sky. Thanks for having me. LOL blind FPV. All right. Take care. Muted FPV. It's not mute FPV. It's muted FPV.
Mm-hmm.
So tonight, down here in the lower part here, there's a link down there to how, if you want to support the channel, you can support the channel. I appreciate that. Appreciate all of you. That's some 150 links to the affiliate links that people have done in my videos. I appreciate that. Every little bit helps. It doesn't cost you anything. If you like hang on a second. Let me do this in big screen so it doesn't look really, really bad. If you would, and you like the content on this channel, if you would hit the subscribe button, ring that bell, and hit the thumbs up button. That really helps the algorithm thing. And I haven't done this much, but the videos that I do it in, there seems to be more likes. It's just a reminder to hit the thumbs up, subscribe, and ring that bell, if you will. It does help the channel out. And if you're going to Amazon, especially if you're going to buy something big at Amazon, just go and click on one of those affiliate links down there and then go buy it. And it don't cost you a penny, but it helps me to be able to do this type stuff and hold races and things like that. And we always have drinks and food and things like that for people that show up at races, and that kind of stuff costs money. And I have not ever charged a landing fee, and hopefully I won't have to. So that's what all of this is for. And those of you that I've told, if you come out to a race, I'll cover your gas. That's going to come from me. Hopefully by that time there'll be enough PayPals and buy me a coffees and those type things that some of that money will come back out of. We'll help reimburse that. But if I've told you, if you want to come to a race, you live near me, let me know. And when you get here, you tell me how much you spent in gas, and I will put the money in your hand. Now, if I haven't told you that, don't show up because Logan's like, I took an Uber and it was like $1,100, Marty.
You know, I have a van that gets 10 miles a gallon, so I don't think that offer stands for me for Washington State.
You're right. Your van's not down by the river, is it?
Not yet.
You know that clip, don't you? Chris
Um,
Farley in a van down by the river?
No.
Logan, we're just.
I know. I'm
gonna have to spend some when you come up for a race. Once it gets dark, I'm just gonna get we got like this inflatable projector screen at church where we can show videos outside. We'll have to get that. Put like Blazing Saddles on. Chris Farley from Saturday Night Live. That's what that was. In a van down by the river. You never seen that?
No.
He's a motivational speaker who lives in a van down by the river. That's great. You got to watch it. You know who Chris Farley is, right?
I feel like if I say no, it's not going to end well.
Great.
Well, I'll ask you this, Marty. What do you want to hear?
What answer do you? I heard that actually today from somebody. Just tell me the answer you want me to say, and I will say it.
That was like me and my ex-girlfriend, where I'm like, I don't want to make you mad. Just tell me what it is you want me to say.
One Vision Arrow says, "You live in a closet, Logan."
Truly.
That's a classic.
Pretty sure Tom Brady's living in the closet too.
Tom Brady?
Yeah.
Oh. You think he's going to be coming out of that closet?
I don't think he's ever going to come out of it, but I think he's living in it.
Casey says, "Have you not seen Tommy Boy?" Nope.
No.
Wow.
I've seen Inception, though. Inception was a very good movie.
Inception. Have you watched any comedies?
Do you count Grown Ups as a comedy?
This is a good one. I'll give you that one.
Okay, cool.
Grown Ups is a good one.
That's
the one that's got Adam Sandler and Rob Schneider, and they all have to look away and look at the girls at different times.
Yeah.
Yes, that's a good movie. Maze. Yes.
What about what's the other one I was thinking of? The Hangover. Is that one on the list?
I don't think I've seen that one.
It's kind of lame.
Millennial. Casey, you're a millennial, aren't you? No. Wait. Casey might be at the edge of millennials. Casey may be at the edge of millennial. Go watch all Adam Sandler stuff. Yes. Have you seen where he plays him and his twin sister?
What's it called? Jack and Jill or something?
Yes.
Okay.
Where she has her sweat shadow.
I don't remember that movie much at all. I don't think I was supposed to be watching it when I watched it.
Oh, okay.
I was a very sheltered child.
Okay. Well, a lot of this stuff, if you weren't allowed to see it, now that you're not sheltered.
Hey, I'll put it this way. I wasn't allowed to watch SpongeBob for a very, very long time growing up.
Okay. All right. Well, I know people like that. Monty Python? Probably not.
No.
Adam Sandler. Yep. And that one with his sister, whatever you call it.
Jack and Jill.
Jack and Jill. She has a sweat shadow. where she sleeps in the bed. It's just like she leaves.
I vaguely remember that.
Her body shadow is a sweat. she rides a jet ski in his pool.
You know, I think I'm doing this arm thing to one quad. I'm like an hour into it.
What are you working on?
I am putting little connectors on the arms in case I break motors when I'm out and about.
Oh yeah, those are from Fly 533.
I got them on Amazon. I really don't know.
Are they XT 30 somethings?
They're MR30-M.
Okay, I think that's the same thing that Evan Turner has on his. You can look on his motor.
Oh, also, that motor that I thought that I broke, somebody said to take a hammer to it. So I took a hammer to it, and it works now.
The motor that you broke?
Yeah. Like, I kept turning it, and then one spot in the bell was grinding. So I smacked it. It said smack it on the top real hard with a hammer. So I did that, and now it works again.
They leveled it back out?
It must have, because now it doesn't grind anywhere, and it.
So like this, you hit it. If this is the top of the bell, you just laid it on a surface, and you hit the top of the bell with a hammer.
Yep.
And it straightened out the bend.
It must have. I don't know if it was a bend or what it was, or if there was just like something in it. But every time I'd get to a certain spot, like as I was turning the bell, it would just start to like grind and just like catch.
So you did the whole motor, not just the bell.
Yeah, no, I did the whole thing. I had it like put together. It was honestly kind of a moment of rage too, where I'm like, did this brand new motor seriously get ruined? I was just, somebody said smack with a hammer. I'm like, oh, I'd love to smack this thing with a friggin' hammer. So I did, and then it started spinning again, and I was like, cool. Of course, after I had taken it off the quad and put a new one on, that's when I found out that it still worked.
What language is that? I have smaller wheat shadow than she. He does.
I have a smaller sweat shadow than.
All right, let's. I don't know. I guess it's have a smaller sweat shadow. Have y'all seen? No. I don't know what that is. I don't know, Double A.
Is that like one of the things you would tell your friends in grade school? Like, have you seen the clown that hides from gay people? And then when they're like, when you're like, no. You ever get that to you when you were younger? Because they did it to me.
Really? I used to when I was in middle school. I used to write on the. I had some brightly colored note cards, like I think they were orange or green, and I would write on them in big letters. Let's say my name is Mork. I come from the planet Orc. I have transformed myself into this piece of paper, and I'm having sex with your fingers. If you like it, smile. I got snapped a few times, but a lot of people smiled. I think I got detention over that one too. You don't give that to a teacher. No, I'm joking. I didn't.
Of course.
I've had magnets slip on the inside of the bell before. Yeah. And smacking it with a hammer may knock it loose, I guess.
Yeah, no, it was weird. There was like this like metal thing that was up in there. I don't know if it was supposed to be in there, but I just smacked it, and I don't know if it loosened up or what the deal was, but it works now. I have it in a box in here.
Let me show you guys something that I've been talking to y'all about. You've heard me speak to you of Casey-isms, like synonym is his favorite spice, right? Let's look at this right here. I'm going to show you an example. This is a Casey-ism, right? Nothing wrong with it. I'm not down on my brother. You got to learn. He speaks a different language sometimes. Come on. But Casey is willing to translate. That means I have a smaller sweat shadow than Jill. So thanks, Casey, for the translation, bro. And Casey's probably on a few painkillers tonight, to say the least.
I got a bag of salami.
I wouldn't tell people that. That sounds like a bad pickup line.
Hey, girl, are you a cracker? Because I'm going to put some salami in between you.
Casey says, yes, that's very true. Or, yeah, that's very true. That's how he'd say it tonight, right like this. I'm not making fun. I'm probably fixing to have some dental work done. I don't need to make fun. All right, tooth giving me some problems. Anybody here raised in the generation like I was? I remember my dad coming home from work one day. I kid you not, Logan. I was probably 15, 16. And he sits down in his recliner and he's watching TV. My dad always had stinky feet. And he sits down on there and I'm sitting there thinking, gosh, this man's feet stink. And even after he take a shower, he'd have stinky feet. But he's sitting there and he looks at me and he says, son, he said, go in there in my toolbox, get my vice grips. And I was like, okay. Didn't Casey-isms. Casey-ism. It's similar, but different. Did you get the similar? That's a Casey-ism. Anyway, he said, go get my vice grips. And I kid you not, Logan, with no painkillers, no whiskey, no nothing. He takes his vice grips and he adjusts them. And he sticks it in his mouth like that. And pulls out a tooth. He's like, oh, that thing's been bothering me all day. Blood starts leaking out of the corner of his mouth.
And it's better now that it's been forcibly removed?
It didn't hurt him no more, I don't guess. Didn't get infected. Told me to go in and get him some gauze. Went in the bathroom, got him some gauze. He rolled it up, stuck it in his mouth. Went to work the next day, and that's the last I heard of it.
Yeah, but my generation has to take mental health days off work.
Oh, we just had a run in. Almost every Sunday after church, a group of us always pick some restaurant and we'll go eat. And as you live in America now, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Bad service. I mean, it just seems like everywhere you go to eat, waiters and waitresses you don't call them that anymore, do you? Servers, right? Or
waiter person.
Hostesses and with mostesses or whatever. But anyway, if you've been out in the world, I'm sure you've encountered lousy customer service and poor customer support or whatever. And we run into a case like that. And literally had a situation where one of the people in our group says, bad service, I think wrote on the receipt, bad service equals no tip. And of course I left a tip and everything. And that server's mother showed up at my church Wednesday night. Wanted to talk to me.
Wow.
I appreciate her wanting to come to me instead of going all around town talking to everybody. But I was like, this is the world we live in now, I guess. So yeah, that is the new America.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. You know who does provide wonderful customer service is Logan from Wolverine Exterior Services, responsible for all of your pressure washing needs in the greater South Sound area.
You need to share a screen or a sign or something. Hold it up so you can advertise.
Yeah, I got nothing.
You got a
Wait,
business
I'm gonna have
card?
something in my
Put a
wallet,
business
maybe.
put a business card close to your camera.
I'm fresh out of business cards in my wallet. Shame.
But you can Google it, right? Wolverine.
I don't know how to share my screen. I don't think I can.
So down at the bottom, you should have like share your screen.
Present.
Yep.
I don't know if I want to do all that.
And I won't advertise that bad. Got to push two
Yeah,
buttons.
I got greasy salami fingers anyway. I don't want to touch my keyboard all that bad.
I got little fat salami fingers too.
Symbols being a sausages.
There's this Christian comedian, I forget his name. He has some kind of condition that his hands and feet continue to grow long after most people's stop, and literally his hands are about twice the size of a normal person's hands. And he's like, yeah, I know what he's a real skinny guy, and he's like, yeah, I know what you're talking about. And he says, before you start making fun of my hands, he said, it's literally a medical condition. My hands keep growing. They'll probably grow 10 years after the rest of my body stops and everything. And he says, it's pretty bad. He said, because I had a friend of mine whose son was deaf, and I went through all the trouble and everything to learn sign language. And we went to like his birthday party, and I was going to tell him hello and all this kind of stuff. So I start signing for him, and he literally goes, too loud, too loud. Bad, isn't it? Bad dad. Bad dad jokes.
There we go. Beautiful. Oh, I'm almost done with the arms on this one, and then two more after. I don't know. I'm not doing that. Oh my goodness.
Logan's like this. Are you on your phone or are you on a computer now?
I'm on my laptop.
It
worked! You got sound this time, right?
I do have sound this time.
Okay, so when I play something, you can hear it now. All right, I got you. Now, watch this again. You watched this last time, and you didn't respond at all. I want to get your response on this.
Okay.
Okay.
Llegaba el agua al restaurante. Había subido la marea. Jesús, hay que hacer ahora con los dos sacos de arroz. ¡Ay, llama para Sevilla! ¡Llama a Sevilla que traigo peine!
That's freaking funny.
Now, if you go back and you watch the stream the other day, you sit there and I was like, we were all laughing, and you were like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Don't know about that one.
Yeah. So Double A seems to think it's funny.
That's great.
That's great.
That's $1 million laugh right there.
Yeah, it's great.
Oh man. If I was born with like a radio voice or something, I feel like that would set you up for life. Like you could be anywhere in life and be like, hey, I'll do some like voice cover work for your company.
Well, you can like develop it, man. Just got to work on honing your voice and recording it, and then just honing it.
You ever seen that YouTube video of that homeless gentleman who like had a super good radio voice, and he was like begging, and he had like a sign up and stuff, and some guy posted some clip of him that went viral, and he actually got like a good job with somebody.
Yeah, I saw that.
It was a pretty cool story. I mean, I don't know where he is now or what happened, but
yeah,
seems like a cool story.
Yeah, it's kind of like
Every time you open up your mouth, you give away your ignorance.
that's Fred Sanford. Okay, and then I played this one for you. You did.
He who keep running thy lippeth will get their lippets splitted with one of these.
And the funny part, he's threatening a woman.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh my
All
goodness.
right.
My cat won't shut up. You hear her in the background?
What is it?
Good. She keeps just going.
Oh, your cat. Every time I see that, I think of the Lunchbox meme. Which one is that? You talk about Lunchbox FPV? I think he kind of left a lot of people holding the bag, didn't he? The man with the golden voice. Yeah. My dad always used to tell me I had a face made for radio.
How sweet of him.
He always had real reaffirming words for me, like,
You big dummy. You big dummy. You big dummy. You big cold-blooded dummy.
you big cold-blooded dummy.
Sounds very encouraging.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why she's yelling in there so much.
You big dummy. You big dummy. You big dummy. You big cold-blooded dummy.
Sorry about that. I hit that again, but we could all hear it again. Have you heard? Do you know who Harry Carey is?
I've heard like that term before, but I don't really know who that is.
Did you hear this last week?
Chip, I'm gonna come at you like a spider monkey.
Like a spider monkey. Go on.
No, I did not hear that one last week either.
You didn't hear it? You've not
No.
seen that movie?
No.
Talladega Nights? That's probably another one you need to add to your list.
Oh
Movie
boy,
film.
the list continues to grow.
Yeah. So let me ask you a question, Logan. It's a serious question, okay?
Yeah.
It's about quads.
Hey, if you were a hot dog and you were starving, would you eat yourself?
What?
I know I would. First, I'd smother myself with brown mustard and relish. I'd be so delicious. So would you?
I don't know.
Don't jerk me around, Norm. It's a simple question. A baby could answer it. If you were a hot dog and you were starving, would you eat yourself?
I guess so.
Oh, you made a wise choice, my friend. If you had said no, I would have bitten your ear off. I would have come at you like a tornado made of arms and teeth and fingernails.
Well, that made him leave. Well, somebody got a package.
It is not addressed to me. It's addressed to my landlord, and I don't know what it is. I don't know why she sent that here.
So, would you, if you was a hot dog and you was starving, would you eat yourself?
I mean, if it would continue to make me survive, absolutely I would.
I'm glad you said yes, because if you'd have said no, I'd have bit your ear off. Harry Carey used to be a baseball announcer. I believe it's in Chicago. He'd get drunk. The longer the game would go on, he'd get drunk and he'd start doing it. Hey! I remember literally one clip or one thing we used to listen to when I was little over and over again. He literally said this. He's like, hey, it's midget night here at Wrigley Field. Everybody accompanied by a legal midget gets in free. But hey, No doing like last time and throwing the midget back over the fence for another free ride.
Oh, no.
Drunker than the clown, he'd do it too.
Hey, if it works, it works. Was he funny sober or only funny drunk?
Oh, I think he was funny drunk. I don't know that he was funny sober. I don't know that he was trying to be funny. He was just, of course, Will Ferrell makes him hilarious when he does it. You do know who Will Ferrell is, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay, that was who just did that clip, right? Will Ferrell. So.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. This entire quad is done with those now. And
that was cold-blooded. Casey said that was cold-blooded. Talladega Nights is a great movie. That's right. Ricky Bobby. I'll come at you like a spider monkey. I got a pretzel inside my head.
I don't know about that one.
I think that's another Harry Carey line.
You know, Marty, for all I know, you could just be making up movie references right now.
No, one day you're gonna like stumble across Blazing Saddles or something. You're gonna watch it, and it's gonna mark my word, it's gonna be more memorable than Miss Man.
Oh man, I don't know if you can get more memorable than Miss Man.
I would say 80% of that movie is more memorable than Miss Man.
Yeah, you know.
Okay. He said no, that's Talladega Nights. Okay.
Man, I don't know. That I have showed so many people that Miss Man clip who haven't seen that movie.
Which one was that?
It's the one where Miss Man puts her leg up and she's like, "We all have our little secrets," and then the nuts just drop out of. Yeah, scary movie.
Okay.
And Miss Man's nuts just drop out of her pants.
Miss Man was supposed to be a gym teacher, right?
Yes. Of the women's locker room. And
I told you I'm broken now. I'm just broken.
And one of the ladies like came to Miss Man for advice, and you know the girl walks in there and she's like, you know, Miss Man, I need your help. And Miss Man's like, vaginal itching and odor got you down. And she's like, no. Freaking hilarious.
But if you got to watch Blazing Saddles, man. It's a different kind of humor, but it's funny. It's hilarious.
I will put that one on the list. Where?
YouTube. What is this here?
Oh.
I'm actually on my iPad. I can't click that One Vision to play it.
I'm getting close to finishing this up, Marty.
All right. What happened? What did I do? What are you working on? Resoldering up a 5-inch?
So I got all those arms set up, and then now I got my Vista unit soldered and plugged in. This is not a Vista, it's just like a Cadex air unit. No, not Cadex. What's the freaking Runcam? That's what it is.
Okay.
Working on getting that set up in here. Man. And then I just got to set her up in Betaflight, and I should be golden.
All right. I'm sorry, One Vision. I'm actually out here in the camper with my iPad, so I'm not able to pull that link up. See, I might be able to pull it up on my phone. You ever heard of Jim Brewer?
No.
Logan? He's a comedian on YouTube. You should look up
Is
Jim
he a-
Brewer kidney stones.
Or kidney stones. If I click off the stream, let's see if I can even do that.
Hang on, I'll put it in the show notes. If you ever, as many of y'all know, I have chronic kidney stones. I pass 2 to 4 kidney stones every month, and have for the past 20-something years of my life. Let's see. Well, what am I doing? Oh, I'm looking for my channel. What am I doing? Oh, I'm looking. Got to turn the volume down. Well, let me post this Jim Brewer thing here. Y'all can watch
I've been
that.
handling too much flux.
Oh. Hang on.
My hair's a little tied up like a pretzel. I got pretzel in my hair.
Try this again. Play again.
My hair's all tied up like a pretzel. I got pretzel in my hair.
Got pretzel in my head.
Thank goodness, that's
My head's all tied
hilarious.
up like a pretzel. I got pretzel in my head.
Man. So when you stick the air units in there, so I'm on UART1 for my air unit. Do I just enable the MSP on UART1 when I'm golden?
I think if you go in the presets, you do. Back in the day, which I've never set up DJI, but back in the day with you're using 4.4, right?
Yes, I believe so.
So you'll use a DJI preset, right?
Honestly, I'm not super sure on that one.
Well, back in the day, see, UART1 is actually UART0 because in code 1 is 0 and 2 is 1. You understand that? You used to have to do that, but I don't think you do it anymore. If you're on UART1 with it and it doesn't work, then change it to UART0.
Okay. Duly noted.
You still have that source 1 build? Logan?
Oh no, this is the revamp of my source one. I got the other source one in here built up. This is just the other source one that I'm putting the air unit in.
Be right back.
Marty went on a vacation again far away. I guess I have to go look at that stuff because I can't.
On second thought,
thing.
let me mute my camera because I'm going to pause for the calls, and this is a very small camper. I don't want you guys to hear me peeing.
Okay. We have to pay extra for that privilege. You're like, only my $10 a month plus patrons can hear me taking a pee. Is it too far to make a joke about like onlypastors.com or something? I think so. Yeah, I still can't mess with the chat. Yeah, I'll probably need some advice, Casey, once I get this thing set up in here, because I surprisingly could not find much info at all on this specific setup here for my cam and my VTX arrangements. Let's see here. Man, there's like no thread available for this camera. Be surprised if that holds. Oh man, well I certainly hope that just stripped my screw and not the frickin' camera mount. Oh boy, that would not be a fun mistake to make. See, I don't know if this was technically like DJI though, because it's like run cam or something. Oh man, none of these camera screws this came with are the right size. That is unfortunate. Yes, the run cam wasp. I need to. I suppose that is a wee bit of an issue. Hopefully I can salvage up some cam screws from elsewhere.
Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry. Hi.
Step Marty.
I had to use and like the shower in the bathroom is like right there. I want you guys hearing me pause for the calls. I decided to come back and mute it. See, I think about you guys. Yeah, it's not going to matter. Run cam, wasp, or whatever. They're still using the DJI protocol.
Okay. Makes sense.
Casey says that Joshua Bardwell has a bunch of stuff on DJI and how to set it all up. And
okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was different because I was searching specifically for my like stuff and there was nothing specifically coming up for it. It's probably because it must apply to everything then. We will cross that bridge when we come to it, if we ever come to it.
I think in the presets, you should have a DJI preset, just like you would with HDzero.
Yeah.
You'll set up your, under VTXs, you push that, you select it, and you're probably going to tell you to select the UART that you hooked up to, and once you do that, you'll be good to go.
Cool beans?
Golden
beans.
All right, I have like 20% left. Let me see if I've got I don't think I got my iPad charging cable out here. Let me see. No, if not, we'll be swapping the stream here pretty soon. Nope. Wait. Okay, I think we'll be fine. I just want to live you tonight. Isn't that what you're singing, Logan?
Oh yeah. Every time you get up, it's been kind of it's been a tradition that I'm slowly starting.
Okay. Marty's taking vacation far away.
Oh yeah.
I have the wonderful scent of pine sol all in here because I've opened up the bathroom door and it just permeates.
Ooh, nice and fresh.
Yes, my camper is very clean. I don't like filth. Flarn, filth. That's another old reference you probably don't get.
Yeah. Don't feel too bad.
Hey, how's it going, bro? How you liking the camper, Fat Pastor? I'm loving it. I'm here tonight. I can give you the quick tour. The tour. I have to unplug for a second. I can give you all the quick tour, and I don't even have to get up. There's the door. Back here is a full-size, queen-size bed with my mood lighting behind it. The window over there, and then it comes here to the kitchen where I got a sink. That's a dehumidifier. It doesn't help me any. And a little heater that keeps the heat regulated.
You say a destupidifier?
Yeah, it's a destupidifier. It sucks the stupidity out of the air. Because
the tank's full.
Yeah, the relative stupidity in Tennessee is pretty high. And got a little stove, got a microwave. This one has a freezer and a refrigerator. Full-size bathroom with a shower. Doesn't have a tub. It has a shower and a separate toilet. It's not one of those wet bath things. And it's got my TV up here, my little bench desk that I'm on here. And that's where I'm at. You got the tour, and I didn't even have to get up. Woo-hoo. That's it. Marty takes vacation so far away, right? I got to plug this into my my battery backup because I didn't bring my regular iPad charger out here. Steven, if you're listening, I talked to Phil today, Philiblaster today, and he is wanting to try to do a double header, if you will, for Global Qualifier, the week of the 25th and the weekend of June the 3rd. So we're going to try to see what we can put together. I don't know if one week will be at the church property and the other week will be at his at the barn. I think that's initially what we talked about, but we'll kind of see what everybody's wanting to do. And now that I got a clip of the destupidifier, it's great, man. If you got where you live, if there's a lot of relative stupidity, which means you got kinfolk that's not real smart, then right here on the Zon, you can get this right here, the destupidifier. It pulls it right out of the air, and you just pour all the stupidity right down the drain. Empty it out in your gray tank. Yep. You can see how much it's collected since we started right there in the bottom. See? All the stupidity in there. That's it. It's got pretty light on it. It changes color.
Do you have the explanation as to why campers collect so much humidity?
Usually because of they're built to move. Some of the ones that are like in the fiberglass shells, they're either built too tight where they don't breathe out, like the ones that's in the fiberglass shells, and whenever you take a shower or you cook or whatever, you're just breathing out, the humidity really don't have anywhere to go, or they're made loose so that when they're riding down the road, stuff doesn't break. So it's not as sealed as a house. And I have this that I keep in it, and this hooks to my phone. You might have saw the Govee destupidifier and the Govee heater, and this is the temperature, and this is the relative stupidity in here right now. See? The relative stupidity is 51%. It's going up the whole time I'm talking. It'll actually go up as I'm holding it. And I can adjust the humidifier and all from my phone, and the heater. It's got a little Govee heater in here that all runs through an app. And yeah, it's good.
We've reached dangerous levels of relative stupidity in Washington State.
Oh, well, is that relative stupidity or is that general stupidity? There's a big difference. Relative stupidity comes from your family.
I guess general stupidity would be.
Yeah, that's more dangerous.
We're on Vancouver Island. It's called Mount Washington.
Oh, I accidentally clicked over onto somebody's channel.
I wish that I enjoyed working on quads just a little bit more. You know, I still enjoy the flying much more than the building.
I like building. It's not bad. I mean, if you take your time, for me, I choose to to enjoy the build. When I get to where I'm not enjoying the build, that's when I stop. But don't get the stupidity on your hands. It's pretty contagious. Yes, that's right. That's right. It's why you got to have. That's I'm always washing my hands.
Gotta keep the stupidity as far away as possible, right?
That's great. That's great, T-Rick. That he's off both weekends. So, yeah, we'll do a marathon now, Logan. If from the 25th to June the 3rd, we're planning on having a long span of races. Might be a good time if you can make it to come up.
Yeah, no, I am definitely interested. I need to check. My friend is having her baby shower sometime in June. I need to make sure none of those days conflict.
She can put that off a couple months.
Yeah, no, for real. I need to tell her that. Be like, girl, what are you doing?
Girl.
Like, you should have known better.
That's it.
I don't have a lighter, so I'm using my soldering iron to just put it on my heat shrink.
Mm-hmm.
Just
be careful not to get little solder balls on it that can fall off into your flight controller.
I will definitely be testing for sure before I seal the bad boy up.
That's right. Got to stay away from the general stupidity. Remember that general stupidity is more dangerous than relative stupidity.
I think collective stupidity is probably not.
But relative stupidity is harder to avoid. And here's another nugget for you, Logan. Every family's got that one person in the family that everybody tries to avoid. And if you don't know who that is, it's you.
Thank God the person came to my mind immediately.
That's it. Well, we are like 2 hours and 28 minutes. We're 2 minutes shy of 2 hours, 30 minutes. And we'll be wrapping this up tonight. Do you have any further questions, Logan?
No, should be good to go for the most part.
Yeah. Again, you guys, let me put my let me stop scrolling my banner here that's shilling for goods and services and put up my email address. If you would like to come and attend the race from, let's say, June, give me a second. Let's say from May 25th through June 3rd. Let me know. Email me. Let me know if you would like to come. The first part of that, we'll have it at the church. There is the option, if you have a camper, you can bring your camper. You can bring a tent. If you want to camp on the church property, that there's bathrooms, but there is not showers. And but if you want to come, we have YMCA, whatever. We can get you cleaned up. You get stinking bad. We also have limited indoor camping during the week. There'll be a comment. Just not Sunday. Okay, you can't camp in the church at Sunday. So we kind of use it then. We actually use it on Wednesday night too. But if we have a lot of people, we can make some accommodations for that. So contact me if you've got any questions about that. Casey says, thank you for shopping at Fat Pastors R Us. Yep. Yeah, I'm glad you made it, man. Stephen, I think he said that he's been doing a lot of training of recruits onto the Rebel Alliance with R6, and once they get through with the training, they'll be able to pop in more often. Again, we've also talked about if there would be another night of the week that would be more convenient for more of our viewers. But it seems like there's somebody streaming every night of the week, so there's not one that I don't think that we can do that. But there's not somebody else streaming. So, yeah. If that's it, if there's nothing else anybody has to add to this or whatever, we're gonna wrap it up tonight. Logan, thank you for hosting and stepping in for muted Casey tonight. And
of course.
And though he hasn't been here talking and laughing and saying it's amazing, say it a couple times for me, Logan. Say it's amazing.
It's amazing.
All right, we couldn't make it through a stream without getting at least one of those out. Logan has been not Logan. Logan, thank you for filling in and being there as a co-host. But Casey's been here lurking all night. He says, good night, everybody. Have a blessed and safe evening, and see you in the sky. So, yeah, because he's going to go to bed and take some more painkillers, and he's going to be up there. So I think I would too if I had 10 teeth pulled. Come on, give the guy a break, Marty. I'm not hard. Casey knows I'm not harping on it. Even though I did call him Grand Canyon Mouth. But he said it. I think he told me that first. He said, my mouth feels like a Grand Canyon. I was like, well, I got pretzels in my head. No.
Now I get the reference.
Also, if you are waiting for me to mail you a shirt, some of you, I've talked to you about mailing you a shirt. I did not get those mailed today. Did good to make it back in enough time to get some flying in. But that was after the post office closed anyway. So I do plan on getting that out this week. Also, I am talking to a local guy, not Teesprings. I am talking to a local guy about printing up several of the Fat Pastor t-shirts that when you come to a race or whatever, put some of those in some of your guys' hands and might have them for sale at Minefield. So, yeah, I'm planning on going to that. Casey said it does feel like that at first. Yeah, imagine. What was it? Was it 10? Was it 10 teeth you had pulled, Casey? You're only born with like 23, right? Is that what it is? Am I right about that?
You know what? I am not the guy to ask.
Yes, 10. That's what he said. Yep. That's. Well, we're all rooting for you. Hope you get better soon, Casey. And thank you, guys. Thank you, Logan, for coming out. And
thanks for having me on.
Yeah, anytime. Anytime. If you guys want to log on, want to sit here and talk with us, then and thank you, Casey. Muted Casey tonight. If you didn't figure it out, this here is not mute FPV. Never was. It's muted FPV.
It's me. Hi, everybody.
Hey, buddy. You look a little swollen.
Yeah, it sucks.
The Don't suck, you'll get a dry socket. Don't do that. Don't drink out of a straw.
That's great. Thank y'all for letting me help, though.
Yeah. All right, guys.
Thank you for being here.
I'll talk to y'all. Take care, Casey.
See
Take
y'all.
care, Logan.
Y'all have a
Y'all have a
blessed
good
day.
one. We're gonna go ahead and close out for the night, guys.
All right.
All right. I don't know what that was, but love you too, AA. Shout out to you guys. And if you guys know any answer on that about the film for what they're putting on the coroplast tunnels, I just need to text Jesse. I just hate to bother him. He's a busy man, engaged and all this stuff. So whatever you're doing, remember to keep flying and rise up and meet me in the air. Let me find this closer here. Y'all have a good one.